For me, saving isn't easy. For me, putting money away each month feels like my fun is being restricted and my adventures are being restricted. You see, I'm quite an impulsive person, and once I've got it in my head that I want something, it's very hard for me to move away from that want. Whether you think big or small. Thinking small, it's very hard for me to walk past a KFC or McDonald's without popping in for a burger or a popcorn chicken. It's very hard for me to walk past a Costa or a Starbucks and not get a caramel latte. It's very hard for me to walk past Marks and Spencer's and not pop in to get 1 or 2 bags of Percy Pigs. And I used to think big. Back in June I bought a paddleboard, and these are not cheap. But in my head, the first one I saw, that was the one I wanted. I liked the brand, I liked the design, and that's the one I wanted. So I wasn't really willing to do much research to see if there was any paddleboards that were cheaper. And ultimately this affects my savings, because if I didn't give in to these impulses, if I did a bit more research, then ultimately I'd have more money at the end of the month, which I could then put into my savings. We're going to read Matthew 13, verse 44. The kingdom of heaven is like a treasure that a man discovered hidden in a field. In his excitement, he hid it again and sold everything he owned to get enough money to buy the field. Now just imagine yourself. You are a fairly poor Middle Eastern field worker, and you are working the field of the master who owns you. The work is hard, strenuous and dull. It's getting to the middle of the day, so the sun is turning up its temperature. You are sweating buckets, you have got blisters on your hand, and your back is strained from bending over. And then suddenly, ping! You hit something with your spade, and you begin to dig around, and you discover an old jar. And when you begin to do more discovery, you realise that this jar is not any old jar, but this jar is full of treasure. Treasure beyond your wildest imagination. Suddenly you panic that someone else in the field might have seen you discover something. So you quickly shuffle it back down into the ground, you put mud over it, and then you put a little mark in somewhere so you know where to go back to get it. You try and carry on your day normally, but there's something in you that is just an excitement, there's a bit of nervousness in you. You finish your work day, you go home and you say to your family, we need to sell everything. Like everything that we own, we need to sell right now. And your family think you're absolutely crazy and they're trying to stop you, but you say to them, look, I was working in the field and I struck a jar, and in that jar was gold upon gold upon gold. And what we give up now, and what we give to get that field, we will gain so much more. So you sell your house, you sell your cattle, you sell your tools, you sell your whole livelihood in order to buy this field. You have enough money, you buy the field is yours. And with that field comes the treasure. And with the treasure, you are set for life. Most stories that we hear that contain discoveries of treasure focus on the extravagant lifestyle that is lived by the person that has discovered it thereafter. Where in this story that Jesus tells, the focus is not on the extravagant lifestyle, but the investment and sacrifice that is required in order to obtain the field, in order to attain the treasure. In this story, Jesus is the treasure and you are the farmer. And like with all the parables, when Jesus says the kingdom of heaven is like, he's referring to the new way of thinking, the new way of living, the new reality, the new set of values, and the upside down doesn't quite fit into the status quo kingdom. And we can see straight away that Jesus is trying to get across the point that himself, who he is, what he stands for, what he is like, needs to be discovered. And the kingdom of heaven is hidden to this world. It is only those that have ears to listen and eyes to see and a heart that is curious that end up discovering it. And once it's discovered, those people give up everything. Picture this. You see a wallet or a purse on the floor, and you know that this wallet or purse belongs to someone, and all its content also belongs to them. So you do the natural thing and you start looking inside the wallet to see who it belongs to. And as you begin to look, as you begin to dig around their wallet, you see that they have a loyalty card to Nero which is full, which gives them a free coffee. You see that they have a driving license with their address on and their phone number. And you see that they have a bank card, but ultimately it's not worth anything to you because you don't know the PIN. And as you do more discovering, you actually see that they have a lottery ticket. And not any old lottery ticket, a winning lottery ticket. So you get quite excited and you go back to the driving license and you get their address and you go back round there and you say to them, I will give you everything that I have in order for this wallet and its content. You say to them, you can have my car, my house, my Xbox, my PlayStation, my laptop, my phone, my tickets for the next holiday. Everything that I have is yours for this wallet. And the owner agrees. And the wallet and all its content is yours, including a lottery ticket. And you go and head off to claim the immense, immeasurable check from the National Lottery. Jesus and his kingdom is a treasure. The wallet with immense value. And those that believe in him should sacrifice everything for what Jesus and his kingdom stands for. Jesus and his kingdom is a treasure, and in him all that treasure is needed to survive and thrive this side of heaven. Jesus' treasure is wisdom, knowledge, righteousness, grace and peace and so much more. Jesus and his kingdom is a treasure that once discovered and possessed, no other treasure in this world is needed to survive. And this treasure sets you up for eternity. The one who discovers Jesus and his kingdom discovers the value of him, and it is immense and immeasurable. The one who discovers Jesus and his kingdom sacrificed everything for his and the kingdom's agenda. The one who discovers Jesus and his kingdom gets rid of whatever is in the way between him and Jesus, no matter how dear to their hearts it is, no matter how addictive it is. So, have you discovered this treasure? Have you discovered Jesus? Have you discovered his kingdom? Have you valued it to be immense and immeasurable? Have you decided that you're going to give up everything for Jesus and his agenda? Have you decided that Jesus is enough for you?